Yo, welcome back to the Nerds with Glasses podcast. I am your host, Knowledge.
I'm your co-host, Javi, here again, looking at the internet for all our favorite stories.
Yeah, baby, the
Nerds
internet.
with Glasses.
Nerds with Glasses. This week, we're going to do an all esports podcast because this weekend was MLG Anaheim.
What?
And
What's that?
and MLG Anaheim was amazing. It was so much fun. I was there. It was awesome. Javi was a bitch and he didn't want to go. Cause
I was working.
Don't give me that excuse. I don't care. I don't care. Work. Oh fuck.
Right.
Gamers don't work now.
We do work. Fuck that shit.
But you found this cool article before we get into Anaheim. You found this really cool article about Robert Morris University.
Right, RMU.
And
in Illinois.
Yeah.
It is currently offering scholarships for League of Legends players.
Say that one more time.
Scholarships. League of Legends.
Scholarships to
Gamers.
play video games. Imagine that, dude.
Right, I mean,
imagine this day and age. What are we? What?
I don't agree with necessarily calling gamers athletes, but there's no other word to describe. I mean, they put in so much work into the games they play. You can't deny the work they put in. Even if you just play video games, whatever.
Yeah.
Can you do any of the stuff they're doing? They spend hours upon months upon years trying to hone their skills.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely not athletes. That's the wrong word.
To be honest, what other word can we I can't think of a word right now that would describe.
I would call them competitors. I wouldn't call them. Because an athlete does something physical. Mm-hmm. They're nerdletes. I mean, I don't care. My issue was with the word sport.
That too, exactly.
That's my issue. I think sport is the right word. Because sport is just about competition. Not about athletes. Is physical competition.
Right.
I think.
So athletic sports versus video gaming sports.
Because gamers are definitely not athletic.
A lot of them are.
A lot of them are.
Some of them are.
Of course, some of them are, and then but like a lot of them aren't.
Right, especially the casual gamers, the ones that want to.
I was at MLG Anaheim. A lot of them aren't athletic. But anyways, I thought that was amazing. That it's funny because I had this idea a year ago. I was pitching this to my friends. I was like, bro, if at high school, what if we had if we made a team and shit?
And that's the crazy thing. You can the thing I was thinking is I've heard of schools having teams, but I never knew how big it actually was. Yeah. Because when you think of a school team for League of Legends, for me, I just think, I know it's a big game, but I just think a club, a school club is making a team, not the school has a faculty member in charge of being coach or something like that. It's very, very strange, but very awesome.
I think it's a big step. I was really surprised. I mean, and obviously I'm behind on this because, for one, they have a whole fucking league called the championships, Collegiate Star League. SEL or CSL, Collegiate Star League, which is crazy. So that means it's been around. It didn't just pop up out of nowhere, So people have been doing this, and so obviously it's a thing. And I mean, I read in the article they might think that the reason they're offering a scholarship is they're just trying to get their name in the news.
And I mean that's for sure. But I mean, other schools, how big it is getting, other schools need to jump on it.
Well, that's that's what I want to see, because I don't know how do people show up to their events? Do they make money off of it? That's because I mean, obviously that's why you give scholarships to a basketball player, a football player, because they fucking pack the stadium.
I mean, I haven't been to a League of Legends event, but people watch the shit out of it on streams. I mean, in StarCraft, I think they have tournaments, and they have stadiums full of people. I think it's in Korea. I forget words. I think it's
they do. No, but League of Legends and Dota, they're the ones right now. StarCraft is nothing compared to League. I mean, StarCraft Part 1 was obviously really big, especially in Korea, but even here. But StarCraft 2 hasn't had that same kind of luster.
Yeah, I mean, granted, it's still in the competitive.
I mean, it's still competitive. It was at MLG Anaheim, but by far it was the smallest stage at MLG Anaheim. Maybe Smash Brothers 2 was pretty small, but It was nothing. It was crazy because I went to MLG Anaheim in 2011, and back then they had StarCraft 2, Halo Reach, and Black Ops Part 1. And by far, StarCraft 2 was the biggest thing there. Really? It was center stage. That's what the majority of people were there for StarCraft 2. So it's been 3 years. It's been a while. So I know it's hard for a game to stay in the forefront that long. but like StarCraft the original was around, and it just keep getting more popular and popular. So I don't know, but either way, whatever. Like that's cool. The CSL. I think that could be like a big step forward if the first time you see like a big university get a team, that's when you know that things are starting to shift. Right. Like if you ever see Berkeley or if you see UCLA or something like that, and you see they have a StarCraft team or a League of Legends team, that you know.
The thing I'm curious about, so does the school sponsor them, or do they still have to go out and find these, like, you know, Evil Geniuses is a big League of Legends. I mean, they're everything. Complexity, all these teams, like, do they have to go out and still find them, or does the school?
I'm sure the school.
Can they be both, or what's wrong with?
I think the school sponsors them because, I mean, if they get involved with a team, then because I don't think it's like if you play NCAA basketball, or for example, as soon as you start making money, then you're no longer you can't play anymore in college level. That's in NCAA bylaws. Now, I don't think that this Collegiate Star League abides by these laws yet. Maybe, but if it gets big enough, I think it's gonna get there, because as soon as you start making, but see, I don't even think it would work in the esports world, because a lot of kids become professionals when they're like 15. The first time you make money, you're officially a professional gamer. If you win money, then or if you make money or something, you're a professional gamer. So you can no longer play as an amateur in college level or any other level like that in the school. So that's gonna be an interesting thing to see how they balance that out.
Especially for games like, you know, where people were trying really young, like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I mean, the people would have to college wouldn't be able to get them out of high school.
Yeah.
And by high school, they would already be making money.
Yeah, by high school, they're already, I saw like 12-year-olds there making money.
Fucking elementary.
But MLG Anaheim.
Yes, how was it?
It was so awesome, guys. I implore you guys, if you're on this channel, you watch games, period. You're a gamer. All right. If you're a competitive person, I think you should get into competitive gaming. Just because I think I'm competitive by nature. I like winning, period. Like, I hate losing.
Right.
And like I can't have too much fun at something unless it's competitive.
So you know. Okay.
That's why I like games like Halo. That's why, I mean, I like console shooters. I respect PC. I know PC is really the origin of all this shit. So, you know, like, especially with shooters, like, you got to give it up to Unreal Tournament, to, you know, Counter-Strike, especially, all that stuff. And I know that stuff still goes on, but console shooters is in the forefront right now. For shooters, you know, obviously.
It's so easily available. Everyone can have the same fucking setup. Like,
you don't have to build a computer, you know. So like it's definitely so. And I just implore you, whatever. And I'm not saying do shooters, because there's so much, like MLG Anaheim is a perfect example. They had Call of Duty, which is really big right now for the esports.
Right.
StarCraft, which is RTS, which has always been popular in the competitive scene.
Killer Instinct,
Injustice,
and
Melee, 3 fighting games. So like, I think if you're whatever type of gamer you are, I think you'll find one of those, and that's not including League of Legends and like
this is just MLG Anaheim.
It is MLG. I mean, that's MLG. Whatever.
Yeah, there's tournaments all over the place all the time.
Yeah, I just like, there's so many venues out there for you to just to compete. Like, I'm not saying become a pro. I mean, like, I would never become a pro. I'm not good enough. But I like playing.
Last year, right?
Yeah, I played last. I got my shit percented up. Last year I got smashed on the, like, I'm not that good. I mean, I just like playing competitive.
Right. And that, I mean, I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
it's fun. I mean, it wasn't like you're never gonna play Call of Duty again.
Yeah, exactly. It was just kind of one of those things where I was like, oh, you know, before I die, I want to know how it feels to compete at a major event.
Destroyed by professional players.
If you guys want to learn how to get destroyed by by amateur play, not even professionals, just playing other amateurs and they destroy you.
Right.
Talk to me.
It's crazy the things they like. These games that like seem so simple, like Call of Duty or even Smash Brothers. The game, it's a party game.
Yeah.
It's the simplest thing, but when you watch it at this high level, it's just like, what?
Yeah.
You can do that? Yeah. Like.
That's
can
how
combo in Smash Brothers. I remember the first time I ever saw like actual like combos are like different from Street Fighter. Like their combos in Smash are like just you following up, and it's just crazy. There's like you can catch up to them like that and still hit them. Like what the hell's going on?
They were really fast, Smash Brothers, man. They were insanely fast. It was hard to keep up at first because it was just moving so fast, but it was so exciting. I thought that was probably one of my favorite stories in Anaheim because Smash Brothers is now maybe 10 years old.
10 years, I believe. 10 more years.
Yeah.
10 more years.
And it was at a major event, which I think is so crazy.
It was at Evo. It's been in other smaller, like not smaller, but not as huge events, and then now it's back at MLG.
Yeah. So I mean, like people really love this. I mean, I played it when I was a kid.
Yeah, but we didn't play it that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play like that. I thought I was a beast. Man, it was crazy, and the crowd was so amazing for Smash Brothers. They were really into it.
I wish I would have been there for the the crew battle.
Crew battle, West Coast versus East Coast.
West Coast
all day, baby. West Coast
said they were gonna dismantle us. They were gonna dismantle us. They have 3 of the 5 gods of Smash.
Gods
of Smash, the best players. 3 of the 5 best players. One of them is from Sweden, and the other one's from the West Coast. Mango. Yeah. Mango destroyed the 3 of them. We just needed one, and we won.
West Coast all day. See, fuck East Coast. No, I love all my East Coast friends. I'm just saying, when it comes to this, fuck you, man. West Coast, baby. No, but that was part of it. They had the regular tournament too. Mm-hmm. It was all weekend. It was awesome. Really, the other fighting games were kind of like a low. Like,
yeah, I mean, they're fairly new. Yeah. They have a strong. I mean, they have a very strong core, but I mean, it's Smash Brothers.
Yeah, Smash Brothers.
It's Smash Brothers. It was one of the original.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, the original Anaheim, the original MLG, like the first 2 games they had was Smash Brothers, Melee, and Halo 1.
Right.
So, like, MLG has a very warm place in their heart.
Yeah. For competitive Smash, not Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Competitive, because it's a completely different game watching them play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They play on a whole different level, and it's exciting to watch because it's so fast paced. It's crazy.
And all the guys look super like. Just the chillest guys of all time. It's crazy.
Some of them do.
But, you know what I mean? Like, some of them just like, dude, like, wow, like, let's just go home to your couch and fucking play Smash all day.
And then they'll fuck your shit up.
Yeah, they'll fuck my shit up, but at least we're playing Smash.
Yeah, no, it was cool, man. And what's it called? It was cool seeing the greatest player in the world, Mango.
Yes.
Fuck everybody up.
He was doing.
It was doing work. Yeah, you guys need to watch this guy. He's really good.
Yeah, all of them. We have Mewtwo King is really good. What is it? Hungry Box was really good. PP was really good. And I mean, it's just crazy seeing these players. I mean, they have little rivalries with each other. It's just crazy seeing them play, especially coming back to like the Smash being kind of like, I don't want to say it's front center now, but it is coming back to the forefront.
Well, I mean, I think the obvious reason is because the new Smash is coming out, and the same thing with Halo. Like MLG tweeted out maybe like a day or after they announced the Halo Master Chief Collection. It was like, dude, retweet this if you want to see a major Halo tournament this year.
That'd be awesome.
And then like it got retweeted like 10,000 times, because it was. They know that the community will come back for the Master Chief
Collection. I'm sure there's still smaller tournaments that play Halo. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Any game that's competitive still has a tournament somewhere.
Yeah. Even if the smallest little place.
Yeah, you have to like go all the way like fucking to Thailand to play a fighting game. Like, it doesn't matter. We're going to go to this tournament just to keep the whatever the scene is still alive.
Yeah. I think the Halo scene's pretty dead though. it is pretty dead. I think if they had like one tournament maybe and like
and that's it.
And like Zimbabwe or something. It's like a local Zimbabwe tournament. Like,
so okay, but you were there mostly for
Call of Duty, obviously.
And obviously it was the biggest.
Yeah, by far.
Which is kind of weird because this iteration of the game everyone considers.
Yeah.
Shit.
I think universally.
Players, fans.
Yeah.
The best players in the world. They all like, yeah.
I think almost universally everybody would tell you that Call of Duty Ghosts is the worst Call of Duty.
Didn't he retire big time? From
big timer.
Optic gaming, he retired and now is possibly coming back for the next one.
Yeah. So I think he was just tired though. He's been. I mean, dude, he's been a pro since 2007. So he's been and as stupid, and I know people like talking shit, whatever, but like being a pro gamer, I'm not a pro gamer, but I understand what they go through. Like, it's a grind. You play a lot. Like, you play.
I mean, I play a lot, but I don't play like trying to fucking win. I just play to play. You know what I mean? Like, I'll play competitively, but I won't be like learning the maps. I won't be learning the spawns. I won't be learning all this shit that they have to learn to fucking be able to even compete, even be on the same level as any of these other players.
Like, and I honestly think that the level of competition is so extreme for this stuff that like they have to practice like 10-15 hours a day just to stay up to date with everybody else. Like, you think about something and like, look, baseball has been around since the 1800s. Baseball has been, like, obviously their level of competition is extremely high, but if you want to play a baseball game, you gotta find 9 other people at least, you know, so that you can have
one team.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't have to play 9-on-9. Let's say you just play stickball. You're gonna need like 10 people just to play 2 teams of stickball. Like, you can swing that. You can probably do that one or 2 times a week. You know, if you play on a team, then you get more time. But I'm just saying overall, like, they get their practice in and they're elite. You know, like, if you're professionals, they're elite athletes and all that. But I'm just saying, like, you think about how much time people put into these games. I'm not saying it's a good thing either. I mean, like, some people play way too fucking much. If you're a professional, obviously you should, because that's your profession.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, their level of competition is so extreme. And, like, I think somebody like Big Timer retired. Yeah, man, dude, like, he's been grinding for 7 straight years. No, you don't get vacation time or nothing. Hey,
your vacation time is playing video games.
you better like that shit.
And yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Call of Duty by far was the biggest stage. It was probably at least, I don't know, maybe like 3,000 people. My numbers might be wrong. I wasn't out there counting just like, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You were in the middle of everything.
I was right in the middle.
There was 1 million people to you when you were in there.
There was a lot of people. They even had like stands in the back, which they've never had before. Like,
stadium stands, right?
Yeah, like kind of like a, you know, like a high
little
school
league baseball game.
Yeah, like high school basketball game, like pull out stands in the back. And it was just an awesome atmosphere. I will say, Call of Duty fans are the worst. Like,
so you walked around for a little bit, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, I walked around and I saw StarCraft. I saw Smash Brothers.
Who was the best crowd then? If you already
Smash Brothers by far is the best crowd by far. StarCraft was a good crowd too, but StarCraft is a slow burn game. Like the StarCraft, they'll spend the first 20-30 minutes building their base, building their army. Yeah, like Smash Brothers is a constant back and forth battle. So you hear the crowd.
You don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit! I'm just looking over, going, I don't know what the fuck's going on. But in StarCraft, it's like, I think that's why Smash Brothers has been so successful, is because
so fast paced.
Because it's fast paced and it's easy for anybody to understand. You just gotta beat each other. Yes. StarCraft, you need to have a deep level of understanding.
Yeah, exactly. Smash Brothers, I mean, you need to know. I mean, besides the technical things like L canceling and you know all that other stuff, wave dashing. Yeah. All you need to know is front air, back air, neutral air, down air, up air.
I mean, but
smash,
you don't.
Yeah.
But that's not like you don't even need to know that shit.
Yeah,
you just if you're just watching, you're just like, oh, he fucked that guy up. Like, you're like,
right.
You know, like you don't need to know anything. Yeah, he's not on the screen. He's dead. Like, you know, and so like
and it's always awesome when you see someone come back and be able to land on stage safely. Like, like they're like gone, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
oh shit, he's back.
Yeah, there's a couple moments like that where, especially when you have the floaty characters like Kirby or Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff, I think, yeah.
No, Kirby. Somebody had Kirby.
Oh, really?
Too.
I didn't see a Kirby.
Yeah, Kirby was fucking doing. He smashing down on people.
Like, fucking Peach, man.
But like, yeah, they'd be, oh, they're still alive. Oh my god. But no, it was really exciting for them. But that's what I'm saying. Like StarCraft, like you would hear a roar, but it'd be toward the end of the game.
You're like, oh my god, he's about to destroy his base.
Yeah, and then like
20 minutes later, after we've seen this.
I know, after they built their base up for like 2 minutes. And I love RTSs because I played Command and Conquer, so I'm not talking shit about StarCraft at all. I'm just saying it's a different experience.
You're not talking shit, but it is a slow paced game.
Yeah,
you can't. There is technical stuff going on, but as a general consensus, you don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like the general people will be like, okay, so why are they cheering?
Yeah.
Did he do something?
Yeah, was that something cool or something?
And I think he was just pointing and clicking, like.
And then the same thing with Call of Duty. Like, I'm surprised it's getting as big as it's gotten, and because Call of Duty is not an easy game to follow either. Competitive, like as a viewing experience. It's not that easy to follow because
there's so many people.
Yeah, there's 8 players. Yeah, exactly. And like somebody who plays, you understand. You see what's going on. But if somebody just sits down and is like, oh, they're just killing, it's just team deathmatch to them, you know.
And I've noticed when I've watched it, the biggest when people get really loud is of course when there's the multiple kills at the same time, because they're seeing something happen a lot. Like what was it? Where was it at? Where I think Poofy aced them.
He aced EG at X Games.
Yeah, when they won the gold medal. Yeah. That was like, I mean, I've seen stuff like that before. That's the most current one I can remember. Yeah. He took out the whole team in like a matter of 10 seconds.
Yep. And I think it's just perfect. That's perfect because you said, people, if you don't know the game that well, you're like, oh, he killed 4 people. Awesome. The game runs up.
But you don't understand that it's search and destroy. He was planting a bomb.
Yeah.
He could have been killed and they would have ruined the whole game.
Yeah, like, so that, for people who know the game, that it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah,
like,
they get more.
You're like, bro, like, you don't understand. This is like the best play ever.
He fake planted.
You're like, so it's definitely not an easy game to follow, and especially for Ghost, like domination is a hard game type to follow.
Yeah, I never liked domination as a competitive game.
I mean, it's like it's an easy game type. Don't get me wrong, guys, but like if you're watching, like you gotta rely on the casters to tell you, okay, this flag, that flag is being captured.
Hardpoint was awesome.
Yeah, because it's all funneled into one place.
Everyone has to. You're guarding the hill, and you have to rotate around.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you don't know what's going on, you see the guy moving you're like, okay, why is he moving? And you're like, oh shit, the hill doesn't stay in one spot. Oh shit, he has to go over there.
He has to change positions. And so like Hardpoint was a perfect because it just created so much action. You couldn't camp. You have to rush the hard point, period, you know?
And that's why I also like Capture the Flag over Blitz, because Blitz is actually, kind of fast paced. Yeah. But it isn't the same because, I mean, you don't need the flag, you know what I mean? Like, it's a different thing when you have to have the flag behind you and you don't have to worry about dying. Yeah. Like, in Blitz, you don't worry about dying. You just try to get as far ahead as you can. Yeah. I mean, you do worry about it, but, like, for the most part, you don't. And Capture the Flag, you have to make sure you don't die so that you can spawn up and try to move around the flag and rotate and all that.
Yeah, Capture the Flag, to me, the most dramatic moments were when they're bringing the flag back.
And the other team just got the flag, so they're running the other way, and they're trying to find each other.
Or if they're just like, if you're just like desperately trying to stop somebody, like you're like, oh, go get it. Throwing grenades, stuns, like, just like.
Don't let them get the...
It's just like so many cool plays like that, so. But see, that's the craziest thing. Ghost sucks. Like, Ghost absolutely sucks. And it's still growing at such an extreme pace. Like, never ever has that been the biggest game at MLG. Obviously it is nowhere near League of Legends and Dota 2. Nowhere near. Those two games are absolutely dominant.
Very surprised though that you were telling me that people were buying $120 jerseys.
Yeah, or like $100 jersey, $90 jerseys,
$100 shirts. I was like, what? I was like, dude. I mean, you weren't at the League of Legends, so maybe they were buying stuff over there too.
Yeah,
but it's just like,
no, I'm sure they do. I know that it's big business, but I'm just really excited to see it grow because like I've always been a fan of. I mean, I'm a gamer, dude. I don't hide it. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm a gamer. I don't give a goddamn what anybody thinks or says about that. You know, we're all gamers here, so we can talk cool to each other. But like, I love competition. Competition is what drives everything forward. That's what drives us as a human race forward. So I just can't stand, like, I like having fun playing games, like just fucking around sometimes, but I cannot just like play fucking just walk around and like just fucking do stupid shit for 10 hours straight. Minecraft? Yeah, like I mean, like Minecraft is cool because that's a whole different part of your mind being like, that's like architecture and building, like that's a whole different part of your mind.
Play it just fucking
I don't like Minecraft. I don't play it, but I'm just saying I respect it.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's like one of those games that, I mean, it is, you know, this, but you see it as, you know, very when you're gonna play with people, you're expecting just to fuck around. You're not expecting to do. You're not gonna accomplish anything when you're playing with your friends.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I mean, like I said, and I don't mind doing that. Just like 30 minutes, an hour, or whatever. But I want to be like, I'm the person who'll be like, all right, like if we're playing public matches on Call of Duty or something, and like to me that's undeniable. It's just so boring. Like it's so the only thing that keeps it fun is when you're playing with friends and you're competing against each other to see who gets more kills.
Who gets the kill cam?
Exactly. That's what makes it fun. And I don't think people realize that's why you're having fun. It's not just because you're fucking. It's you want to do better than your friends. That's the whole point. Because you're competing against them. And like even when that gets boring, because when Call of Duty, like when you play it, like people suck. Like we'll drop 50, 60 kills, no problem. So then we're like, all right, whoever gets to swarm first. It's not even like whoever. It's just like whoever gets it within the first 2 minutes, you get 500 Microsoft points. Like we'll just start dropping betting.
See, like I mean, unfortunately, I didn't have that many people to play with Call of Duty in general, or games in general. Most people, like they either didn't have Xbox Live or whatever. Yeah. But I used to play a lot of Sticks and Stones because everyone for some reason has a mic. Yeah. And everyone gets mad when you tomahawk them. That was the best thing. I mean, I got mad when I got tomahawked, but eventually I was just like, I'm not even gonna care about winning. I'm just gonna make sure the score doesn't get past 25. Yeah. Because you know that game is like the highest. You get 10 points per kill or whatever. So I was trying to make sure that no one had over 25.
And when you get tomahawked, you lose all your points. You lose
all your points. So it was always fun to like be like just killing people with tomahawks, even when they have they don't have any points. Just like making sure no one. That was my competition to myself. Yeah. Seeing how many tomahawks I can get, and make sure I beat everyone in the lobby, and make sure no one passed 25. I mean myself out of whatever, but I was expecting to get tomahawked. Yeah. By after a while, I was just like, all right, let's just play for fun. I couldn't play team deathmatch anymore. Hardpoint was still fun in public, but not as fun as it used to be. And then that's it. Those are the only like 3 game modes I used to play.
That's the only thing.
That's the only things.
But I think you guys will be really impressed to see how big it's gotten. Like,
didn't you say Call of Duty itself took like all 4 stages all 5 stages once?
Yeah, like once because Call of Duty was the last thing still playing, and the other ones had stopped, so they put Call of Duty on the other screens.
Because your personal your room, I don't know what it is. Is it a room?
No, it's one big open area, but it's just split into stages. Basically.
Oh, okay, so your stage was packed.
Yeah, the stage was fucking full. People were standing around, so people started shifting to this other spot just to watch. You know, and it was a really intense matchup between Optic and EG. But if you guys don't play, you wouldn't know. But I'm just saying, the experience was awesome because the crowd, the people there were actual like real fans of this stuff. So I thought it was awesome to have that same feeling as like when I go to the Laker game, you know, or like just like people are like actually really cheering Like they're real big fans. The only problem with that is that most people are Optic fans, and like I don't. Not that I don't like Optic. I don't.
You're not. I mean, you're not a fan of them. You like them. You respect them, but you're not there to see them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I have no real team I'm going there for. The only team I liked before was Impact, but they're not a team anymore. But my whole thing is the problem is Optic fans are like literally maybe 90% of the people there.
Really?
And so that's the only thing that I could see stunting the growth. Like, what would happen if Nashot just retired tomorrow?
Everyone would be gone.
Yeah, like, because honestly, it almost feels like he is the competitive scene. Not only him, but the Optic team, you know, because they're all popular in their own rights. Mm-hmm. But, like, Nashot is just, he's towering over the community. Yeah, and it was cool to see like Evil Geniuses, because they always hated Optic. You know, they hate. They have that. Yeah, so they have like a rivalry, but I don't know. I like reading people's body language. I might read too much into it, but to me, they started kind of smiling in between this one game, and they were just kind of like shaking their head. The people were chanting Optic, you know, let's go Optic. And I almost feel like at that moment they realized like how much fun it is. Like, you know, just like
I mean, it's always fun being the team everyone hates too. I mean, I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's bad, but I mean, I think Evil Genius is a team. I mean, people like them, but a lot of people don't.
Yeah, no, a lot of people hate them. Most of the people, there was some EG fans there, and they started getting louder as they won at the end. But I'm just saying, like, I think they realize how good it is, like how much they appreciate having Optic.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like there's no light without dark. You know, there's no fast without slow.
Right, and like, Optic is like the good boys of Call of Duty, kind of.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think the Optic fans kind of realize, like, yeah, it's cool to have Evil Geniuses because it's cool to have a team to hate. You know, it's just like the Miami Heat, just like the New York Yankees, just like the LA Lakers. Like, it's fun having that team that always wins because you want to watch just to watch them lose.
You just want to, like, God damn it, why won't they lose?
Yeah, why are they so fucking good?
Yeah, like, that's your biggest, like, what is it? Insult to them. Why are they so good?
Yeah.
Why can't, that's like literally the only thing you're like, I mean, besides calling them names, but as a team you're like, why are they so fucking good? Like, that's the only insult you can say to them.
I see people say like, God, they practice all day. That's why they're so good. Like, you know, it's just like, if I practice all day, I'd be good.
No, you wouldn't.
I was like, first of all, no, you wouldn't. And second of all, that's the dumbest argument you could ever make out of anything.
Because all the teams practice hard.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things, like, if EG practices more time than the others, that makes them better. Like, that's why they're better. Like,
other teams need to step up.
Like, I wish somebody would step up to Michael Jordan and say, "Oh, you just practiced all day, so that's why you're the best ever."
Yeah, I don't practice at all, but if I did,
well, you know what, you didn't, so it doesn't matter. Like, you know, that's exactly what makes you good. Like, all these guys will say that it's like practice is what makes you perfect. You're not like gifted naturally. Like, you think people are gifted naturally, but
yeah, I mean,
I think mostly it's, but
I mean, there are people that are just, they have a natural gift, but it doesn't make them better than everyone automatically.
I absolutely do not believe that. Like, I absolutely am totally like 100% against that theory. I used to think that too, and I'm not saying it's wrong, but this is my theory. Is I think hard work is what makes you good.
Right.
I think if you got 10 kids and none of them have ever played basketball before, some of them are going to be better than others.
Right.
Because maybe these other kids, maybe some of these kids ran track. So maybe some of these, you know what I mean? Like, yes, I think there is natural ability.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I like gift. Like, I'm naturally, like, it's a gift that I'm so good. Like, I'm just Michael Jordan the first time I touch a basketball. Like, no, that's not. I absolutely.
Yeah, but I meant as ability. Like, there's some people that are just like they just have the ability to do it, and I mean they have to do more practice to get better at it, but they just already naturally have, you know, that already in their whatever it is, they already can do it. They just need to work on it. And so I mean, other people don't, like, you know, there's people that struggle for years before they can do what these people did in like a much shorter time. And that's the only thing I mean by, you know, they have a little bit of an ability. Already.
Yeah, no, and I wasn't saying it even against you. I was just saying in general, people always say that. Right. You know, they're like, oh, Kobe Bryant is so talented, let's say, you know, back when, especially when he was younger, or like, and then like it's even and then Kobe hates when you say that, and that was what opened my eyes. Ted Williams, the greatest hitter of all time in baseball, hated. He was called the Natural. They even made a movie called The Natural, which is not him, but it's like basically based off him. And he hated when people called him the Natural because it does take away from the fact that you did work hard. Yeah, exactly. And like nobody works harder than Michael Jordan. Nobody works harder than Kobe. Any of these high level players, whether it be sports, esports, whatever. Yeah, they're all like, none of them just like go into it and just fucking. Yeah, and like you said, there's some people pick it up faster, you know, because there is some natural thing, but I don't even know if it's natural. I think maybe it just depends on like how they grew up, or like what they're like what they're exposed to, you know, all that type of stuff. But definitely MLG Anaheim. I went last year. I went this year. This year was even better than last. I'm excited to see it keep growing. I'm worried that Optic is kind of creating an illusion that it's bigger than it actually is. Because if it's just one team, I mean, I think people come maybe for Optic and then they become fans of esports, and that's cool. But it might also be the other thing where they're just bandwagon fans, and if Optic, like if they collapse or if Nashot left, and those bandwagon fans would just jump off the bandwagon and just leave, and then like you'll just all that, you know, that revenue that they would like not imaginary, but that buffer would be completely gone. Yeah, it would just collapse on. It would be like a market crash or something like that. Yeah, because that's the only thing that would worry me. But like I said, no illusions, dude. Call of Duty Ghosts sucks. Hopefully Advanced Warfare is good. Like I absolutely don't even play Call of Duty Ghosts. I played it for a week and then I sold it. I think I rented it on Redbox and then was like, and then broke the CD and like, what'd you give me? What is this? I wanted Call of Duty. What is this shit? What is this stupid shit? We're going back to Black Ops. Like I said, no illusions. This game sucks, but it absolutely is growing. No illusions. League of Legends and Dota 2 are absolutely the most dominant games. Dominant. And Smash Brothers Melee is the greatest game of all time. No illusion. no illusions. Halo 2 is better than fucking Smash Brothers Melee. I don't know. No, I played a lot of Melee too. I love Melee. Yeah. Shit. But let us know what games you guys play competitively. And what games do you guys want to see that isn't competitive, quote unquote, right now in a big scene that you want to see at MLG, even if it's like fucking Flappy Bird. Just what do you want to see? Wouldn't that be Flappy Bird? That shit would be sick. Screen, like, just like oh, he almost missed that tunnel. Like that'd be awesome. Like he's too away from the. But yeah, something like that. Like no, this is the one I want. All time, no matter what game it is, what game would you have loved to see in a competitive environment? Like a big, you know, Evo, like whatever, MLG, like a huge event. Yeah, if it were me, I would want to see King Griffey Jr. baseball on the 64 because I would be the #1 player in the world, and King Griffey. Me, it would be. For me, it would definitely be my favorite game of all time, which is Mega Man Battle Network for the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, that's my favorite game of all time. And there is a versus thing, so it would be awesome to see a competitive versus, it would be competition. Awesome. Hey, the game is probably kind of broken though. Yeah. But I would still love to see it. Oh, patches, you know, just like they do in Call of Duty. Patch it up. Yeah. Ban certain, because it's like a card kind of like a card game, but like a Mega Man shooting thing. So it's really interesting, and I love that. So I would love to see that. Cool. All right, guys. We'll love to hear from you. Leave it in the comments below. We'll see you next week. Nerds with Glasses podcast.
Next week? God damn it. We're doing this every week.
Woo!
No. All right, no. Peace.